Hi guys, welcome back. Day 9 out of 50 of the SAT math prep. This is our third go around at the algebra problem set, and today we'll be tackling four of those problems. We'll start with this one. So we have this system of linear equations. The system of equations above has solution xy. What is the value of x? So instead of doing our normal addition of the equations, which would work very easily. Here, I'm gonna make you kind of think outside the box, and we're gonna find a value for y, and then we're gonna plug that y value into the second equation to isolate for x. So we have y is equal to, we multiply both sides by 2, and we get y is equal to 8. And then we plug this value in over here, so x minus 1/2 of y, which is 8, is equal to 2. X minus 4 is equal to 2, and that gives us x is equal to 6. So that's our answer for that one. Very fast problem. This is a little more tricky, this one. The graph of the equation ax plus ky is equal to 6 is a line in the xy plane where a and k are constants. If the line contains the points -2, -6 and 0, -3, what is the value of k? Okay, so in this problem, we have to solve for only the k constant, not so much the a, but we know how to find an equation in the form y is equal to mx plus b. So we're going to change this linear equation with constants into that format. So we have ky is equal to -ax plus 6. So I'm just rearranging this equation. And then we have y is equal to -a over k x plus 6 over k. So this is our reformatted equation into the y equals mx plus b format. And now we are going to solve for the slope. So we're pretty much trying to fill in this equation and then match it to fill in for the constants here. So we know m is equal to, and we have these 2 points. So we're going to make this y2, x2, y1, x1. So y2 minus y1 is -3 minus -6 over 0 minus -2. And then that is equal to 3 over 2, and that's going to be our slope. And we know our y-intercept. This is our y-intercept right here. Because whenever the x value is equal to 0, our y-intercept is going to be given by the y component of the coordinate. So we have a y-intercept of -3. And so we could plug that in. So that's equal to our b. Y is equal to 3 over 2 x minus 3. So that's equivalent to y is equal to -a k x plus 6 over k. Now when we look at both of these equations, we need to have the same slope. So we know -a over k is equal to 3 over 2, but we don't know what a or k is, so that's kind of hard to solve for two variables. And then we also know that -3 is equal to 6 over k. So if we look at just this, we know that -3 must equal to 6 over k. Since they're equivalent, and we know that the y-intercepts have to be equivalent too, so, since it's the exact same equation. So we have -3 is equal to 6 over k, and we have -18, no, sorry. We have -3k is equal to 6, and k is equal to -2. So that's our answer for that one. Really just try and pick and choose what you're solving for if you know the equations are exactly the same. If it's asking for one solution, a line with one solution, or a line with zero solutions, it might differ because the slopes will be the same, but the intercepts will be different, or something like that, or vice versa. So, based on what the question is asking, just really pick and choose what you're solving for, like we did here. Okay, looking at our next question, the line L is defined by 3y plus 12x is equal to 5. Line N is perpendicular to line L in the xy plane. What is the slope of line N? So N is perpendicular, so we know, as we did a problem like this earlier, I think on day one of the algebra problem sets, and we know that a perpendicular slope, which is denoted by, so slope is that, this is perpendicular. So a perpendicular slope is the opposite fraction and the opposite sign. So let's say our slope is 7. Well, I'm just going to solve it, and you'll see as we do it. So we have 3y plus 12x is equal to 5. We're going to rearrange this. 12x plus 5. Y is equal to negative 4x plus 5 over 4. So a perpendicular line is going to have the opposite sign and reciprocal fraction. So we know the slope here is negative 4, and I'm just going to write it as negative 4 over 1 so you can see this perpendicular slope easier. So we always flip the fraction, right? So instead of 4 over 1, it's going to be 1 over 4. That's why I wrote it like that. And then it's going to be the opposite sign. So instead of negative, it's going to be positive. So this is our perpendicular slope. This is a fill-in question, so you're just going to put 1 over 4 into the answer box. Looking at our last question. So once again, it printed out kind of weird. These are two separate equations. In the system of equations, P is a constant. If the system has no solution, what is the value of P? So this is our first equation. This is our second equation. What we want to do here is, since it has no solution, we discussed the types in an earlier algebra problem set video. And remember that no solution means that the slopes are the same. So M is equal to the same, but the B is not equal to the same. So they're different. In the system of equations, okay, so we have our problem here. So how we want to approach this is putting each of these equations into y equals mx plus b format. So we have 3 over 2y. We want to isolate y first. And then, oh, I forgot to add this, so this will go to this side, and it will be 6 over 2, which is 3. And then over here we have 1/2 x, and then we're going to move that to that side. So 3 over 2 minus 9 over 2 is negative 6 over 2, which is negative 3. And then we have that is equal to py. So I'm just going to write this like this. So we have y on this side. And then I'm just flipping the equation so it's easier to see. And then we have y on this. So y is equal to 1/2 x minus 3 all over p. And then we have y is equal to 1/12 x plus 2 over 9. So I'm going to simplify this even more. So you have 1 over 2px minus 3 over p. And we have y is equal to 1 over 12x plus 2 over 9. That stays the same. Okay. So we know that the slope is the same, so we could set the slopes equal to each other. We know that 1 over 12x must equal 1 over 2px. And then, if you can't see this automatically, let me turn the brightness up. If you can't see this automatically, just know that this is the same, that's the same, this is the same, that's the same. We need 12 is equal to 2p if we just look at the denominator. So p is going to be equal to 6, since 2 times 6 is equal to 12. But if you can't see that, we can solve it simply like this. So 1 over 12x is equal to 1 over 2p x. We cancel out the x's, and we have 1 over 12 is equal to 1 over 2p. And we multiply this up, so 2p, we're just cross multiplying here, is equal to 12, p is equal to 6. So either way works. This way is a little more efficient if you see it right away, but yeah. So once again, a lot of system of equations in these algebra problem sets, and just be ready for those on test day, because it's pretty much guaranteed you're going to get one or two of those. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Please subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I hope this helped.